Hi friends, join me as I Bible journal for the book of Ruth. All right, what I decided to use for the book of Ruth, it's very delicate. She's a woman. I just wanted to have some florals, and so I'm going to be using this paper here as like a background page. I might be incorporating some of these pinks or the lavenders. I don't know. This salmon color kind of matches the pen I wanted to use, so I might use that one. But I thought what I would do is, this is a paper from the Cocoa Daisy set. I have this stencil, which is actually from, I believe this is from a Happy Planner stencil. I just tape over the disc punch so it doesn't snag on the paper. But I want to use this one, I think, and I'm gonna go right to the edge so I don't have to cut the edges, is what I think I'm gonna do. But let me move this out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and do my key points for the book of Ruth. I have my notes here. Everything's ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into it, I think. So what I'm going to do is take a marker. Do I want to just, yeah, let's do an outline and keep the outline. So let's do that. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do 6 of these. I'm kind of sticking with that 6 number. Getting a lot of inspiration from a couple of other places, you know, but so there is 2. I need 6. And I don't know, this book really, I did love this. I actually, you guys, truly love most books in the Bible. There's only a couple that are like hard for me to get through. Job is one of them. That's just really hard, but for the most part, I really like them all. 4, so I just need 2 more. So let's put them up here. But yeah, I just really do love them. So, but this one is a special because obviously they even name, you know, Ruth. They name her. Her son is this in the line of Christ. So, the lineage of Christ. So it just makes it extra special. So, okay, we're gonna do that. And I'm going to cut all these out and come back. But I'm going to leave the black line. Maybe. I'm going to try anyway. I think it'll be fun to do that. So just to have it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all these out. I'll be right back. Okay, friends, we have it all cut out, the 6 little tabs here. And we're going to kind of play around for just a moment and see what I want to do here, I think. I liked how I did it last week with everything on one page. So I'm going to try to do that again. So if we go like this and see how many I can fit. Aren't those florals just sweet? I cannot reach them. So I think I just don't really want to double stack, but maybe because I want to be able to write. So let's see if I really squish these in here. Can I get them all? Do you know what I could do is overlay them, but all right, I need something to go underneath this because let me grab my other, here we go. It's still kind of full. Okay, so if I go like this, I might just have to go ahead and put them over here like that and put 2 there. Yeah, because I feel like it'll be too squished. There's not like a ton to write, but I could probably put another one here and just move these up like that. It's a very short book, so there's not like a ton to write, but I want to hit my key points as well. So I think I'm going to do that, and then we'll put this one over here. And I might combine a couple over here. Let's probably do that. That sounds good. Let me grab my, what is this called? My tape. And we'll just do that. So we're going to start with the top one here. But yeah, the first bit here is about, you know, obviously Ruth and Naomi and the loss of everybody. And I don't know, God works through mysterious ways. You lose things, and sometimes it's so horrific that you feel like you can't survive it, but you do. I know from personal experience. So is that pretty straight, right? We're going to we're just gonna leave it down. I'm gonna leave things as I lay them because I think there's a little bit of character to having that be a little, you know, not 100% straight. Doesn't really matter. There we go. That looks so good. I love the florals. I may not even use the sticky note things that I was going to use and cover that up because I do want to see the florals. So we'll see. But this is my first experience in doing Bible journaling in this fashion. Usually I just write, and I have truly enjoyed it. And if you guys are wondering, I had another channel that I was starting to do all this on, but I just felt inspired to keep it all here. And you know what? That's better for me anyway, because I don't have to worry about, you know, answering comments in a different section. I can keep everything here. And truly, I do have a heart for God, and I want to do His will. So that's what we're going to do. And I think, again, this says Bible study. I think I'm going to leave that showing. I really have been liking how I've been doing my little fence posts, if you will, the street sign things. So I want to do that. There we go. Over here, I think, is what I have decided. Kind of put like my keynotes over here. So this one might be a little shorter, but I think let's try one of these. I have some tweezers. The great thing about tweezers, and if you guys are new to journaling with them, that's not going to stick, is that it just gets your fingers out of the way so that you can see clearly, like when you're going to lay things down. Looks like I need to put a little more tape on this one. Oops, this way. There we go. All right, I'll leave this out in case I need it. But I think I might use some of that bright yellow as well, but let me see. I just don't know. Maybe I should go like this. I think that's really pretty. Let me just kind of offset it a bit like that so I can still see the florals. I can write my little note. And let's do a yellow. I think a yellow would go great with the green in this color here. So let's do that. I think we'll go in with a purple as well. And I think, I don't know if I should do the blue. Wish I had a green. Maybe I do. Let me see if I have a green in some of my older. I stopped buying these, but I really love these things that I used to get. So I only have a few of their sets left. Oh, I have this one. Perhaps that will go. Let's see. Perhaps that green will go. Let's just use that one. This is from a different sub. This is from 2025. I really do love these from Avalon and Ninth. And I think she'd get a kick out of me using it this way as well. Okay. And I don't know if I'm going to put one there yet, so we're going to hold off. If I do, I think I'm going to use that color. All right. Now, this is going to be for my numbers. But I think I'm going to do 1 and 2 together because it's chapter 1. And let's see, I wrote with a different pen, and I have this one out to write with, as well as, I think it's that one there, yes, as well as the end of this one. This one is the Coral Island, I believe. Yeah, Island Coral. And this one works great. So I've been using it here, up here, and then this one has been used here. So that is what I've been using it for. Okay, so this is going to be chapter 1. So this section here is like the journey of the Bible. And then over here, I'm just going to write keynotes. And you guys, I have to show you this. My grandson saw me doing this and wanted to help me. So he drew the gates and redemption at the gate with Boaz. I'm going to keep that forever. Okay, so on to chapter 1, which is the famine and loss, and then Ruth's commitment. So I'm going to write those together. So chapter 1, I apologize, I do have to turn this just a bit to right. So let's do chapter 1, and it's famine and loss, famine, loss, and then and commitment. Okay. And then here we're in chapter 2. So let's put chapter 2. And this is gleaning the fields with Boaz on Boaz field. So gleaning. A lot of the Bible is done in hinting to the Savior, of course. The field is ripe and ready to harvest, you know? Okay, and then chapter 3 is a Redeemer sought. And then 4 we're going to separate into 2. And we'll do chapter 4. And we'll do 1 through 12. And then down here will be chapter 4. 13 through 22. Okay. And then we have redemption at the gate, which is what my sweet grandson did. I'm actually, I think, going to cut his out and put it in this book. Okay, so I have redemption at the gate. At gate, I'm just going to shorten it. And then this one here is from lost to legacy. Loss to, and I will put down where I got my notes from on this one and with the description. Okay, so those are there. And then I think over here, I'm going to put like the main thought of Ruth, which is God works through loss, faithful love, and redemption to bring hope and continue his covenant story. So I think I'm going to write that down here. I'm trying to decide if I want to use this one. I think I do. And then I'm going to do my fence post. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it here or down here. And I usually do a lantern, but because I like to do the points, but I'm trying to decide how I want to do it. So let's do loyalty over here. And I don't know if I can draw this. We're going to try. Guys, I'm grateful for your not making fun of my my issues with drawing here. But I'm learning and I want to learn. Okay, so let's do Naomi loses home and family. And then Ruth clings to Naomi in faith. In faith. And this is where I wanted to draw in the, let's see what, I feel like I need to pull in some green. So let me grab a green. Let's use this one. And I'm just going to draw the little heart that is loyalty. And then this is how you make it into a hand. Is what you do here. We're going to draw our little hands down here. And then our 4 little hands down here. So it looks like they are shaking hands. Okay. So that is loyalty. And then we go into gleaning, which is providence. The Lord providing. Here. Let's see, glean the field. Let's see what it says. God provides through Boaz kindness. God provides. Through Boaz kindness. Don't worry, I'll be coming back with more thoughts here. And then this one is the, it's a cloud with the sun out of it. So let's see if I can do it. And I just kind of go like this. There's my cloud and there's my sun. There we go. And then next up is redemption. And it's a gate. So I might as well just, well, let me write it down first. And then I really want to put his notes in here. He's so sweet. Chapter 3. Oh, that's chapter 2. No, I did that right. This is Ruth seeks redemption and rest. And rest. Okay. And then we're going to try to draw a gate as well as my cute grandson did. He's so cute. There we go. And then we have kindness right here. Oh, this is redemption, not the gate. Redemption sought. That's right. And then kindness. This should be here. Redemption sought. That's okay. Belonging will be here. This truly was kindness. Redemption of the gate, but it's okay. We'll fix it all. Actually, let's go ahead and just fix it now, because why not? These are the bars. And then here's the gate or outbox. And there we go. We'll do that there. And then I think I might just go ahead and remove this here, and we'll try to draw over this white out, because I want to draw a loaf of... Actually, I messed all this up, because this one should be up here as well, because I combined those, but it's okay. But I'm going to put redemption sought, kindness. We're going to do kindness up here. As I'm going to do, she's able to have bread because of Boaz. And we'll do a little basket of loaves of bread. There we go. And then we've got legacy down here, which is the tree. There we go. Okay. Those are, I'm going to write, and then we're going to write in the rest of these other thoughts, and then I'm going to finish this up. So let's see. This one is God brings hope through David's line. Through David's, what's down here? David's line. And this one is Boaz secures the right to redeem. Okay, those are those. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my other notes of loyalty, which this really was supposed to be his providence here, but that's okay. And we're going to write faithful love in hardship. In hardship. And then let's do here is God's works behind the scenes. Even when we don't know, he's working. And then this one is redemption. Boaz. Acts as kinsman redeemer. Kinsman redeemer. And grace. And generosity. Can't say that. Generosity. Shape the story. And then belonging. God welcomes. The outsiders. I love this so much. I love this part so much. And then God turns loss into hope. Into hope. There we go. And that is the story in a nutshell. Very sharp nutshell. There we go. But I want to write on the top up here. I'll leave this here for just a moment. I think I'm going to write up here on where it says the Book of Ruth, kind of like what I was saying before. God works through loss and faithfulness. So I'm just going to kind of do that over here. Through loss, faithful love, and redemption, to bring hope and continue his covenant story. Covenant story. Right? Oh, I forgot the T. There we go. Okay, so that is the Book of Ruth. Now I'm done on this section. Now I'm going to go over here. I want to leave this here for my mass notes. So I think what I'm going to do is draw my little fence posts down here. What did I say for my fence posts? I think what I'm going to do down here is write, I need to write my fence post, but I cannot remember. I think it was loyalty, redemption, and providence. Those are my fence posts for this. So let's go ahead and draw that. I just used a regular pen. So let's go ahead and do the same thing. I kind of want to just do it down here this time. So let's do that. So let me get a ruler. There we go. And then we can do the little lines for that one. And now we can draw the fence post, and that way I won't go all the way through. And then we'll just draw the top of the fence post here. And I'm just copying these how I did it over in here. And then I'm just going to write loyalty, redemption, and providence. There we go. And there's my little fence post for that. I'm just going to draw a few little lines down here in the wood. And then I'll grab out a little marker I was using. Put away some of my tombos so I don't have them all. But let's just do a few in here. And then I'm going to come in with another one here. Kind of fill in those empty spaces. Make it look more like wood. There we are. A little bit. Okay, so that's that. Now I want to draw in the the keynotes over here that I wanted to write before. So let me just put them down here. I wonder if I should use the green. Let's use this one. Let's use little circles and go shows God's faithfulness in ordinary life. I don't know if it's really ordinary life, really, but and then the next one is reveals redemption. Through faithful love. And then points to Jesus. Our true Redeemer. Okay, and then I'm going to use a different color. Let's use this one and write, quote this, blessed, this is the scripture, be the Lord who has not left you this day. This day without a Redeemer. A Redeemer. And this is Ruth 4. So I'm just going to put Ruth 4:14. There we go. I think that's it. I just love that God never stops working behind the scenes. I love that part of it. And you could never know what he's doing. And we never really truly know what God has doing in our life. We're not privy to that. But I always know he is working. I truly believe that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little look at Ruth. I think I'm going to go ahead and write over here. Do I want to use... I liked using this black, but it's so... Yeah. It's so sharp that maybe I ought to use a different one. Let me see. Should I use this? Yeah, why not? Let's use this one. So this is chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to put 5 down here, even though it's not chapter 5. And then I'm just going to take my pen and outline this to make it look a little nicer. There we go. And 4. And then this is 0.5, even though they're not 5 chapters. There. Oh, I love it. I think it looks so good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm wishing you guys a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.